If you don't want to do the content, you don't want to do the research, then someone else will. Your competition will. Ditch sending someone to your website to fill out a lead form and instead use. It's 35 times more effective than any other marketing strategy out there. The more you can get in the head of your ideal audience, the more you will actually rig it from anyone else. This is the number one strategy. It's a little inside secret that many others don't know, and I'm going to be sharing that with you today. Hi, I'm Kerry Fitzgibbon, an ADHD fempreneur, multiple seven-figure business owner, and Facebook marketing ninja. Together, let's unleash AI-powered Facebook marketing to take your business from best-kept secret to the top of your niche and beyond. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you the secrets to finding the perfect buying audience and how to actually take someone from cold, not knowing who you are, to a perfect, warm buying audience. And I've been doing this for over 13 years, and this is the number one strategy. I guess it's a little inside secret that many others don't know, and I'm going to be sharing that with you today. So before I do, I just want to jump into the difference of what audiences are. So it's really important to understand the difference between a cold, warm, and hot audience, especially when it comes to social media or advertising on Facebook and Instagram. So a cold audience has never heard of you before. They have a problem. You are the solution. They just don't know about you right now. In fact, you could actually be the world's best kept secret. A warm audience has interacted with you or your brand in some way. So a warm audience has either watched a video on your page, liked or followed your page, gone to your website, they're on your database, or messaged you and so on, but have not purchased from you. And a hot audience is what we class as someone who has bought from you at least once. Today, we're going to be talking about how you get that perfect buying audience, those people that have the problem. You're the solution. They just don't know about you right now. And in fact, they could be looking at your competition. So they're our cold audience. How do we take them from that to interacting with us in some way or being what we call a warm audience? Before we do, we need to look at how we can actually find that cold audience. So you have an ideal client, no doubt, and we all should as a business owners have ideal clients. These are the clients that we love. And sometimes the best way of finding out who your ideal client is actually by thinking about who's your favorite client, right? Make a list of their attributes. Make a list of little things that you like about them. How old are they? What are their demographics? Are they male or are they female? What age group are they in? What other things that you like about them? What other things might they be interested in that you know about them as well, okay? Sometimes when we're an e-commerce brand, it's a little bit more difficult to tell. Certainly if you're in a service-based business, you know who that is. But we need to look at who our ideal client is, and then we need to warm them up, get them to interact with us in some way. So there's lots of different stats out there. Stats on how many times someone needs to see our stuff before they purchase from us. And it used to be, you need to show an ad or get someone to interact with you over 6 times before they'll even buy, right? That number has gone up. In fact, it could be over 30 times now that someone needs to see your stuff, hear from you, interact with you, and so on before they'll buy your stuff. And it, of course, depends on the price point. Only 1% of people will buy from us the first time around. But that's only if your price point is under $100. If your price point is over $100, well, it's 0.0001% of people will buy the first time around. So you might be driving people to your website, they'll see your stuff and they won't purchase. And unless you actually warm them up a bit more, either afterwards or before, right, they will never come back. And in fact, they might go on and purchase from your competition or do business with your competition. So let me take you through the steps, the insider secrets to actually finding that perfect buying audience and then warming that audience up so that they actually want to do business with you, that they don't look anywhere else. When you do the step properly, when you actually identify your ideal audience and you warm them up in such a way that I'm going to show you today, you do not need to compete on price, okay? You get your audience to actually not see anyone else. You are the only business that they will know, love, and trust. But there's a specific way we do this, and I'm going to show you or tell you about that today, okay? So let's jump through what these are. Step one is actually identifying that, audience, identifying exactly who they are. What are their little unique things that you can research about them that no one else will, okay? So what we need to do in this step is we need to do a bit of research. Now, one of the biggest mistakes business owners make when it comes to advertising is not doing any research. In fact, I can tell you now, the more research you do about your ideal client, the better you can actually rig the game, so to speak. The better you can actually know more than your competition to be able to attract their ideal audience. I can tell you that now. If you spend more time on research, the research side of things, and really finding out what are their biggest problems, pain points, fears, frustrations, the more you can get in the head of your ideal audience, the more you will actually rig it from anyone else. You will not need to compete on price or lower your prices or anything else, because that audience will get to know, love, and trust you. And you'll be a step ahead. It's like competitor intelligence, okay? And because of all the AI tools out there, it's so much easier nowadays. Research or advertising companies used to spend hundreds of hours doing this research. Hundreds of hours. Imagine doing that, huh? Do we have 100 hours to research our audience? No, we don't, but we don't need to. We have AI, okay? And I've got this little AI hack that you can use to find out what your ideal audience is interested in and how you can target them in Facebook, but also come up with content that will attract them at the same time. And no one else is doing this stuff. So here's the first thing, okay? So I have this one AI hack. It's called the no one else would hack, okay? So here's how it works. So firstly, what you do is you start thinking about, this is the sentence you use. A topic enthusiast would know who or what this is, but no one else would, okay? So this is how it works in a sentence. A marathon running enthusiast would know what Boston Marathon is, but no one else would. It doesn't fit, okay? Because everyone knows what the Boston Marathon is. So if you start researching marathon runners and Boston Marathon and try and plug that into Facebook as an interest, it doesn't work. You'll get everyone else but your marathon runners. But the AI hack you use is a marathon running enthusiast knows who Hal Higdon is, but no one else would. That works. So therefore, I can go research Hal Higdon's stuff, or read his books, or research his website, have a look at his forums, have a look at his page, jump into his groups, and also use that as an interest when I'm targeting in Facebook. So I'm going to run an ad to people who are interested in Hal Higdon. I'm only going to get my marathon runners, and I'm going to do it with all the research that I do about him. And not just that, we're also looking at the reviews, the comments. You go and look at Amazon and you look at the reviews on the, so for me, look at the reviews on his book and so on. And you look at what people are saying, what they like, what they don't like, what the problems they've had, and whatever else. That is a fantastic way to do your research. So how do we do it? Well, we use ChatGPT and we ask a series of questions that are going to give us those answers. Some of the questions include, what coaching or training programs does ideal client use? And you get ChatGPT to list them. What books are they reading? What brands are they following? What tools are they using? What apps are they using? What pages do they follow? Give us me more pages. So we're asking ChatGPT those questions and getting it to list them out, right? And then we keep asking more and more. So what we're doing is we're writing a list of those little known, no one else would things, okay? So just to give you another example, if you're a business owner and you're like, right, what would my ideal client, if you were targeting business owners, and you want to target those business owners and find out more about them, well, you find out what tools are they using. A business owner or an entrepreneur would know what Aweber is, but no one else would, okay? It kind of fits it. Or would know what, Xero is, or no one else would, okay? So those little no one else would things, and we use ChatGPT and we can do it really, really quickly. So that's the first step, is to use AI to really identify who our ideal audience is, what they're interested in and no one else would know about, and then do the research behind that. Again, using AI, going to sites and just listening and looking at reviews. Seriously, look at reviews on things and find those little things that are missing or the things that are positive. And you want to put that down. You can put them into a folder inside ChatGPT, so you can list all these things down. You can use a tool called Copy AI. Copy AI is a tool that you can use to put all this repository stuff in it. Then it can start getting to know your brand a bit more, so it can work out workflows and everything else moving forward. Okay, so that's the first step, and you do that, and you're already 98% of any other business owner or any other person out there in your space as well. So once you've done that, then we want to warm people up. So it's okay to find who our ideal audience is. We've identified them. They might be a 35 to 45-year-old, person who, loves to run marathons, for instance, or as an entrepreneur in the e-commerce space who has a Shopify store. It's okay to know exactly who they are, and they're predominantly females that I'm going to target. But what are their problems? What questions do they have? What are their fears? What are their frustrations? What sorts of things are they searching on the internet for to find solutions to their problems? Because most people, whether they're scrolling through the news feed on Facebook or Instagram or through Reels and whatnot, or, searching on the internet, are searching for solutions to their problems, okay? If they're scrolling through the stories and reels in their news feed on Facebook, they don't realize they're probably bored and they're looking for something to entertain them, okay? But in the back of their mind, they might also be a business owner, and they might have a problem that they can't get leads in their business. And all of a sudden, there's an ad that jumps out that addresses those problems because the research has been done. They'll stop, they'll look at that ad and then follow through. And it's the same with anything. So people are on the internet searching for solutions to their problems. In Google, they're doing it directly. In Facebook, they're doing it indirectly, okay? And they'll be in the back of their head, and you show them something that jumps out at them, that answers and becomes is the solution to their problem or answers their questions, they're going to stop and look. And how do we do that? We do it with content. Content is the vehicle in which we get people to know, love, and trust us. It's as simple as that. You need to have content in your business, no matter what industry you're in. If you're producing information that people can digest, that actually answer a question that they might have, it's so much easier to gain that trust. And the second thing it does is it's great for SEO, search engine optimization. Facebook is looking for your website to have the content that people love. So you optimize yourself so you show up in Google, plus you build trust because people are reading that content. If you don't want to do the content, you don't want to do the research, it's taking too much time, because ultimately, guess what? We're business owners. We are busy doing 101 other things. And you don't do this step, then someone else will, okay? It's as simple as that. Your competition will. It's actually one of the easiest and quickest ways nowadays with AI to build trust. It really, really is. You go look at those brands, those big brands. The big brands have it a little bit luckier, to be honest. Big brands have a massive advertising spend. They can throw our ads out in front of people, right, and probably win the day. But if you're a small to medium business owner, or a small business owner, solopreneur, an entrepreneur, and you don't have the massive ad budget, then you need to compete with trust, building trust. How does trust get built? It gets built with content. So if you're not doing it, you're going to have to spend a lot of money, or your competition will. And if you're not doing it, to be honest, you're probably going to have to compete on price. That's when you have to discount everything, because people don't know, love, and trust you. They have no loyalty, and they'll just shop on price. So best thing to do is produce content, and it's so easy nowadays. It is so easy. We want to start doing research on what are the questions our ideal audience is asking out on the internet. What questions are they asking? What are they talking about? Well, we've got an AI tool called Answer the Public that selects all the questions around the internet that people are typing in around the topic. So you've done your research on who your ideal audience is. Now we go to Answer the Public and we go, what questions are they asking on the internet? So now we know what their problems are, what questions they're asking, so we can produce content. We then go to ChatGPT to write that content, okay, around that. And one of the things that we want to start doing with this content, we want to start building those emotional connections. We want to start building the trust. How do we do that? Well, we answer their questions. It really cannot be much simpler than that, okay? So that's the second step. And then the third step is actually turning that content into videos. Now, videos are the cheapest, quickest, easiest way to turn someone from cold to warm. Interacting with your stuff, building trust, and the biggest way and quickest way to build brand. Okay? Videos. But more specifically, not just videos, but video ads. Okay? So the thing is that you need to produce videos. Facebook, well, every platform loves them. Okay? Producing videos is a great way to get your information out there, to get the content out there. But when people watch your video on all platforms, in fact, but if we're talking about Facebook and Instagram, you're building warm audiences as long as it's on your page, not your personal profile, on your page. So you produce videos and you put them on your page. Now, if you're putting them on your page, you're not necessarily going to attract your ideal client, okay? Because just because you've got a video on your page and you post on your page doesn't mean that miraculously they'll come, right? Build it and they'll come. That does not happen. In fact, you're competing with every single other video creation person on the internet, whether they are vying for your target audience or not. Influencers and people producing content all the time who have gone viral will beat you every single day when it comes to organic, all right? Don't even bother just trying to compete organically. Yes, put your videos up, but the second step to a video on your page, whether it be your Instagram professional profile or your Facebook page, is turning it into an ad to show it to your ideal audience. That's how you get in front of everyone. You need to pay to play. You either pay in time or you pay in money. And if you've been currently paying in time and putting lots of content on your profile and not getting many sales, then the reason why is no one's seeing your stuff. I'd love to know if you're producing content, you're putting it on your Facebook or your Instagram profiles, and you're getting no sales from it, or very little response, or 5 video views, and you're getting super frustrated. Let me know if this is you, because the reason why is that less than 1% of people that follow you will actually see your organic content, sometimes a little bit more, all right, depending on if the content has gone viral, which can happen, but don't sit there, cross your fingers and pray. We do this strategically. Strategically, you're going to actually place that video into an ad and then show it to your ideal audience, which you know who they are because you've done that in step 1 where you've researched who your ideal audience is. So we're going to, in step 3, design engaging videos. You can use AI tools. I did a whole episode on AI tools to turn that video into a video, all right? So whether you do it do it talking to camera, you use a clone, or you use other video software, go back and check one of my episodes where I do talk about AI tools that I absolutely love to use, that will make your business, make everything, save you time, make you more money. So you want to showcase that video to your ideal audience, and you want to do it through ads, okay? So like I said, AI tools, best ways to go. And the other thing with that is that when your video is on your page in Facebook or Instagram, in the back end, Meta, aka Facebook, Instagram, is building an audience for you. Every person that watches that video, Facebook puts it into an audience for you. okay? And that's what we call a warm audience because they've interacted with your stuff. That's a touch. They're building an audience of people that have watched 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, which is called through play, right? 25%, 50%, 75%, 95%, and 100% of your video, okay? So all the way through, they're building this audience. What you can do is you can go back and have a look at all the videos on your page, and you can actually have a look, all right, who are the people that are watching my videos? Are they 35 to 45-year-olds? Are they males or females? You know, what age group are they in? What demographic? Where are they from? And so on. When you know that information, okay, you can then do more content and more ads that specifically target your ideal audience. And that builds better know, love, and trust. I'll give you an example of a client of mine. So they sell composite decking, and I know I've spoken about this before, but just to reiterate it here, they sell composite decking, which is non-slip decking. We did a broad targeting of between 25-year-olds right through to 60-year-olds, and we did males and females. What we found out by showing these videos is their highest and biggest target audience was 55 to 65-year-old males. So because we knew that, right, we were able to do content that spoke specifically to them. So talked about more. The composite decking will mean that you and your wife won't slip in the pool, hurt your hip and whatever else, or your grandkids, for instance, rather than talking to people that might be younger and they want composite decking because they don't want their children to fall in the pool. Right? And because we knew they were male, we gave more male type copy to them, more masculine copy, more masculine images, more direct, more action taking than emotive type of stuff, which applies better to males. And I'm going to talk about male versus female copy in another episode. But if we know who our audience is, then we can talk directly to them in the language that they use to get better results. Okay. And that certainly does warm them up a lot more. So doing videos is really, really important and really important for your brand building and so on. So step 4 in this whole process of, finding our buying audience and getting them to know, love, and trust us and getting them to purchase from us is actually capturing leads. And we capture leads through Messenger. Most other marketing companies capture leads through a lead form in Facebook, which, to be honest, I think doesn't work as effectively. And you can get a whole heap of spammy leads using those lead forms. But here's the deal, right? Most companies or marketing companies, even Facebook itself, Facebook has been, but a lot of the reps that suggest this stuff haven't been doing Facebook as long as I have. Over 13 years of this stuff, okay? One of the grandmas of Facebook marketing, I really know what works. I very, very rarely use lead ads. Now, most business owners think using lead ads is going to get them more leads. Sure, it might do, but the quality's less. The other thing is, unless you know how to automate the capture of the lead into your autoresponder, then there's going to be a gap between that. You've got to go into the back end of Facebook and get it. It's not as effective, even though Facebook suggests lead ads. I'd love to know if you have been using lead ads, so those are the lead form ads inside Facebook, and have you been getting results? Because the best way to capture leads, number one way to capture leads is using Messenger. It's Facebook's direct platform. It's much easier for the end user to use because most people interact with their friends and family through Messenger nowadays. In fact, whenever I go to a workshop, I might speak to 100 to a few thousand people in a workshop sharing this stuff. And whenever I ask the question, who uses Messenger to communicate with their friends and family, nearly 95% of the people in the room put up their hand and say they do. So why not communicate with your ideal audience in the way that they are used to communicating? So as a business owner, use Messenger to capture leads. Okay, you can run Messenger ads. You can offer something that's high value, low cost of delivery to your audience to get them to click into Messenger. You have a really cool message bot that makes it like they're talking to a friend, okay? A fun or quirky or a message bot that talks in your language that answers their questions, gets Messenger subscribers, gets email addresses, and you can collect phone numbers all inside Messenger. So ditch those lead ads, ditch sending someone to your website to fill out a lead form, and instead use Messenger. Trust me, you'll build 3 lists. It's so much more effective, and your marketing will improve. In fact, it's 35 times more effective than any other marketing strategy out there. So we're going to capture our leads through Messenger now that we know that we should be using Messenger. In fact, half the time I actually don't like giving away these secrets. These are secrets that I usually reserve to my own clients or people that buy my coaching and training courses. But hey, listen, I will... because I love you guys so much, I'll share it with you today. Use Messenger, okay? Some will, some won't. So we can provide, we can build our list inside Messenger. We can provide a huge amount of value and content. And then what we can do, right? So since we've got our ideal audience now inside Messenger, we can then start making promotions through Messenger. Open rates are higher. People actually see, your ideal audience sees your stuff, and it builds a much better relationship because you've got your chatbot interacting with your ideal audience. So step 5 is then a strong call to action, right? So we want to take our people from cold to warm. We're going to identify who they are. We're going to then provide content we know that they will love because we've done the research. We're then going to get them into our list through Messenger and into our autoresponder and build our list through Messenger and build relationships through there. We're then going to let them know through Messenger when cool content comes out and when we're doing promotions and stuff like that. And then we're going to have a great call to actions throughout, okay? So whenever you're doing content, you want a call to action. It might be, hey, listen, if you're talking about something specific, you might say, hey, I've got a freebie, just click the button below, or just comment XYZ in the comments, and that'll lead you into Messenger, where I'm going to give you this freebie that, or my free list, or my quiz, or my checklist, or come watch my webinar, or come to my website, and so on. So, or the call to action might simply be, if you like this, follow for more. So have a call to action. Every opportunity is an opportunity to have a call to action, whether it be a soft one, follow for more, or a strong one, hey, listen, you like this, come purchase my stuff, all right? But the worst thing you can do is to continue just doing direct response ads or direct response marketing. That is, hi, my name is, or my business is, this is the first time I've met you, buy my stuff, right? That's like proposing marriage on the first date. Don't do that. It might work once for you. It might work a couple of times for you, but you will not build a long-term, sustainable, scalable business doing direct response ads. You need to warm people up, build the know, love, and trust, get those, build a community of raving fans, put them onto a database where, you can send through messages, build that trust even more. And then you've got a really, really good marketing system and a really successful, scalable business where you can actually build multiple income streams. Stop doing it like everyone else, okay? So I hope this has helped you today. I hope that you are now going to warm your people up, do the research to start with, warm people up, use Messenger instead of lead ads, and make sure that every opportunity is to have a call to action, even if the call to action is nice and soft, like follow for more. Now, speaking of that, if you did find this interesting and you want to know more about how you can actually build your business using Meta and its suite of apps, then make sure that you subscribe on your favorite podcast channel and follow me on my socials. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if this is interesting, you got at least one little bit of information out of this that you're going to use in your business and see results, first of all, let me know and give me a 5-star rating. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Thank you for joining me. If this episode helped you get your business one step closer to the top of your niche, then I'd love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform too. Don't let your journey end here. Connect with me and my community of like-minded female entrepreneurs at Kerry Fitzgibbon on social platforms. I look forward to helping you build your business.